This is a historic moment in Australian arts curriculum. For the first time ever, and even internationally I would argue, we have a curriculum that provides an entitlement to 5 art forms: dance, drama, music, visual art and media arts for all young Australians. That's never happened before.
With this new curriculum, primary students going into secondary schools and beyond have a far greater understanding of the arts.
The great thing about the Australian curriculum in the arts is that this is a hands-on curriculum. Our young people will explore each of the art subjects through the doing, through making, through producing. They'll display their critical understandings through the products that they produce, and that's really, really great.
People need to express themselves. They express their ideas and they express their culture. And that has never changed. People will always express themselves through the arts. What does change is what we're talking about and how we're communicating it. The things that are important to us in our time. It might be a political issue, it might be a religious issue, it might be a social issue.
The Australian arts curriculum is about breadth and experience, but in particular participation. I mean, kids learn best when they are involved in what they're learning, when they're actually experiencing it firsthand.
The new Australian curriculum differs from current curricula, which in some states is making and in other states is critical analysis based. The new curriculum interrelates both.
The key features or guiding principles, I think, are twofold in the curriculum. I think the first one is the notion that our students are positioned as art makers. They're not positioned as art makers or audiences of the future, as we so often hear. They're actually art makers and audiences of the now. So what they make and the voice that they critique is legitimate. And I think that's a really strong element of our curriculum that we find nowhere else in the world, that we are privileging our young people as artists and legitimate within that sphere that they're working in.
I guess the other really important part of the arts curriculum is that it provides teachers with scope. It has a developmental sequence there, of course, but it does provide teachers with the opportunities to choose what is right for their students at particular junctures.
If everybody in schools gets access to an arts curriculum, which hasn't been the case before in Australia, you'll see a huge improvement in our learning at schools and in the quality of these people's lives as they leave school and go out into the wider community.
We don't know what the jobs of the future will hold. We don't know where our primary school students will find themselves employment in the future. But we do know that the skills and processes that the arts curriculum will give these students will provide them with the opportunities for success in a range of fields.
One of the key positive outcomes for this curriculum is that we are allowing our young people to be cultural code breakers. They're actually able to engage more fully in what it means to be involved in the arts, to understand the arts, and therefore have a greater understanding of the unique capacities of the arts to make meaning.